Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you. Hi, I'm Reza Kabul, uh, passed out from MSU. And when I passed out with the first class, I thought I knew everything, and then got married, settled down, and family. I started my home, and that was the family. And the best part was I was doing people's homes, and people thought in the house that I didn't know anything. That was the standard answer that I got from my mother. Whenever I suggested something, they said, sorry, you don't know anything. And they had their own ideas. So everybody, like the different entities, they had the different thoughts and different colors. So we had to, take into consideration everybody's ideas and their colors. So that's the palette, and that's the end result. Because we had to put in everybody's thoughts, and you see what a jumble it is and what it ends up with. Come on. So anyway, we tried incorporating everything from everybody, and in the end, we ended up with things like this. Because what happens is when you start taking everybody's ideas and suggestions, you have something that you forget that you're supposed to design the entrance, and then you have a pole sticking right in the middle of the house, and your car can't drive into the house. So this was the end result. This is something like most common problems that we face when we are doing any work. The client comes to us, he's already taken the house and he's broken the house because he's tried to do something on his own, and then he comes to you and he says, okay, now I want you to do my house, but then I've done this, I've done that, and then I have a factory of fabrics, and you have to use the fabric. So this is what you end up with. You have the tablecloth, you have the chair, you have the curtains, and you have the table lamp. Everything you end up, except we save the carpet, and that's the end result of the client's suggestions. This is a picture of the house where the family is very important. So, they have a dog, and the dog TV has to be incorporated. So you have the dog TV, and you have to take your TV up because dog is a priority in the house. You are the outside dog. So that's the end result. And your son, he has his own ideas, so you have to incorporate that. And there he puts up his bike, and that's the end result of that. So you are not the designer in your own home. You have to listen to everybody, and you have to follow whatever they say. Sometimes when you do all the mixes, it ends up by mistake, and this is a design by mistake kind of a result, where everything is put in and it looks nice. This is incidentally a hotel. I call it a design by mistake. This is a bed which is on the terrace, and you have it cantilevered and mirror on the top for reasons we don't know. That's the client's suggestion. This is another of the end results of the client. He wants the Vastu. So the Vastu plays a very important role. That hob has to come in that place, and the chimney has to come in that place, but the window's there, so he wants the light. The chimney goes right up. The light goes on that side, and there's no light in the room. So this is another of the examples when, you're doing a penthouse on the top, and the client comes. I had been to Italy, I had been to China, and I bought myself a jacuzzi, and he's on the 35th floor. He has to take this up. How do you take it up? The challenges. But we managed to take it up, and we fixed it up. Oh, this is something where each family comes up with all these things. I like this handle. I like to shake my hand whenever I enter my room. I want a handshake. And the dog is more important again, so that's the dog's lamp. The toilet paper. And the end result. The family, everybody has the one curtain from each of them in the living room. So that's it. But it looks nice again. So these are all the problems that each architect faces whenever you're designing. This is another of the very typical problem. After the house is done, they wanted something like a ramp over there so they can take up their baby's cart and their trolley and everything, and that's an innovation. The Indianized innovation. Oh, my God. The most, in Mumbai especially, all the clients come to you and they say, when they buy an apartment, they don't look at the apartment itself. They look at the area outside the apartment, what they can, take into the apartment, how much extra they can cover, because they paid by the inch. So they have to cover this up. So they come to you and they tell you that they want to cover it up. This is a very typical example. I don't want to speak, y'all can just see it. That's recycling of water, by the way. And this is Vastu. The client comes to you and he says that the Vastu consultant says that the toilet has to be in this location and at this degree and at this height. And that's the end result of that. Now the biggest question mark is how to use it. You don't want negative energy in the house. So that's it. This is another example where you have the views, the main prime views, but then Vastu doesn't permit you to put your living room there. It doesn't put you to allow you to take other rooms there. So your kitchen is the best part of the house, and you get the best views in the kitchen. This is a very nice example of another house where you have the living room, which has got no windows, or practically the window in the chalk, and the windows are for the kitchen, because that's the northeast corner. So that's exactly when you follow Vastu what happens. I think that's it. Thank you.